Andrew, it's my favorite time of year.
Is it?
It is pumpkin beer season.
Great. That's exactly what I wanted. What if a sweet potato, but worse,
Hmm.
was in a beer?
Oh no, they're so good. Oh, I love them. I don't care who complains.
I do, just because I can't drink. I drink every
Uh,
alcohol, all of it, and now I can't drink any of it anymore, ever again.
yeah.
Why you gotta space it out? You gotta drink. If you stick to what? If you stick to pumpkin beer,
Oh
Jason
yeah,
drinks.
great idea.
Jason has
I
had
should go try
14
that.
pumpkin beers a day every day for the last 30 years. Healthy as a clam.
Uh huh. No, that's
Yeah,
the only
except
time I
when
drink.
I have
No
13
one's buying
pumpkin
that.
beers, I ruin parties and I destroy property. So that's a little different.
Well,
Yeah, I do too. Actually, I think maybe I need to
Actually,
rethink.
hell fucking yeah, dude.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
that
maybe I
sounds
should.
fun to me.
That's
Yeah.
fun as fuck.
Like, 'cause if you ruin parties, like drinking's bad. Okay,
People
don't
just
like
ruin.
right. But that's what I'm saying. If drinking is bad, and if you drink, you ruin parties, then that actually means in the net, less people are drinking, right?
No, it means people are going
Uh,
on with their lives and you just ruined a party that you're not getting invited back to it. So I guess it takes you
yeah.
out of drinking altogether.
That means you gotta really properly
Yeah.
ruin the party. You gotta do property damage in such a
Oh,
way that the party is
many
over.
parties were ruined.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
That's what I'm
Hmm.
not
saying.
in
So
them.
then, therefore, less people. The cumulative blood alcohol content of New York City was lower that night.
No, this is when I lived in the redneck area of me growing up. It was just a teenager, the woods, and a car, and
Okay,
Oh,
that's the
lots
yeah.
problem.
of
Yeah.
Hmm.
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I drank a little when I first got to New York, and that would be like a lot of waking up and be like, I'm in Chinatown. Next day, I'm in Soho. Next day, why am I in the Bronx? Next day, whose outfit is
Yeah.
this? Yeah, the cab rides get
Yeah.
home. We're getting a little
Wow.
But
Yeah.
it is fun because, like, now, even in Bushwick, where I've lived for like 10
Hmm.
years, people will come up to me and be like, hey, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. No idea. But I know drunk Taylor made this girl her best friend one night in the bar bathroom. And I don't want to take that away from her.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I know what that's like.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
If you're gonna drink, don't drink and drive. Unless you use our new sponsor, by the way, Zipcar.
Oh, I.
Zip car, huh?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you joking?
No. The Zipcar is not going to sponsor us, nor are they going to
Okay,
hear
cool. I
this
can
to
tell the
No.
sue
story
us.
then.
No.
Let me,
We
let me
do not have any sponsors. No.
Amazing. So I can tell this story.
Yeah.
One time I took a
Please.
zip car and then I got in it and I'm like, this car smells like weed. Like it reeks of weed. So I'm like, I'm gonna give me a
Hmm.
discount. So I was like, this car freaking reeks of weed. Like it smells. Anyways, going on my merry day. A year later, I get a letter in the mail saying I owe Zipcar $1,500 because of the smell of weed in the car.
Oh,
I reported it. And I'm banned. And I'm like,
That's insane.
yeah.
Zipcar, absolutely not cool. What they should do
No.
is they should sell you cars that they should like make it a feature of certain cars that they smell like weed, right? And then like hear me out.
Sure.
If you want to
Okay.
smoke weed while driving, you have a cover in case you get pulled over. That's why they should sponsor us.
look, they can do whatever the F they want, but us people who can't do any drugs at all,
Hmm.
I'm not going to get in
Yeah.
trouble for these hooligans.
And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna-
fair.
Yeah. I was all sad. So Zipcar, let me have my zip card back. Okay?
Mm.
I'm a zip zoomer. Now I ride motorcycles and fall off them all the time and break my bones.
yeah, I think you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have fallen many a times. Like
Ouch.
Andrew was at a show I was at, or that I did
Hmm.
a couple weeks ago. The day before
Mhm.
that, my motorcycle fell on my leg. My leg was 3 times the size that it should have been. Like it was wrapped up like super tight. Like most pain I felt in my life. I still hip hobbled into the my legs like up on a chair, just waiting to go on.
That's dedication.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, we fucking wheeled you out. It does seem like, all right, live your life how you want to live it. But it seems like if you're falling off of motorcycles this much, you gotta pick a different form of transportation, maybe.
Well, it's my last option. I can't do a car anymore because I got $10,000 worth of parking tickets, and now to get my car back, or used to get my car back, I pay $15,000, but they already sold it off. So now I'm in debt and don't have a car. Thanks so much.
Oh,
I'm doing
fucking
great.
air-
If a rich man wants to hit me up, I will sell you my underwear for
Yeah,
however
exactly.
much money you want. I'm looking to make bread.
And I will throw in. We will throw in pics of me and Jason's asshole for free. Package deal. All the money goes to Taylor,
Yeah.
but we're sweetening the deal.
I will take them out for $500. Oh no, my light fell. Everyone, hold on.
Taylor's light fell. Then we'll introduce the show. That's good. That's good because we have to introduce the show. Jason, how's the pumpkin beer?
Delightful.
Get back there.
A little bit of cinnamon, maybe some clove.
Nice.
Yeah, wonderful. All right.
I
think we have a light situation fixed.
The light situation has been resolved, which means it's time to introduce the show. Welcome to Underworld News Tonight, where we're bringing you the weird, wacky, and wild news of the week. I'm Andrew Michaels. We have a special guest in the studio, New York City comedian Taylor Drew. And, of course, joining us as always, he'll be doing this show until his gambling debts are paid off, and that shit's just not going to happen. Jason Strong, the Frankie Valli of podcasting.
That's right. Yeah. It's this goddamn sports betting on T-ball games, and
I've told you to stop betting on the Montreal Expos.
I just got a feeling. I have a feeling. They're due.
Stop betting on the apps that'll let you bet on the Montreal Expos.
I could never let myself gamble just because of how much money I will spend on clay machines.
I have gotten looped in at the table in Red Dead Redemption 2, so I feel like in real life my odds aren't good.
I've never gambled. Well, actually, for the first time this weekend in my entire life, I went to a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and one person. And I learned how to do the chips. And halfway through me learning, I go, oh no, I can't learn this.
Oh, yeah.
I can't learn this.
Yep.
No, it's the same reason I can't learn how to hotwire a car. I can't learn that.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Can you still hotwire cars today? I feel like now it's all computers and shit.
Oh, yes, you can.
It's crazy. You know what you can hotwire? The New York City subway system, baby. No one's abducting me.
Yeah, you can just jump in front of one.
That's true. You could do that.
Well, I think didn't someone stole a subway car not too long ago, right?
Did someone
like a couple kids ran off with a New York City subway car?
Oh, well, not while I was on it. I don't care about that. Yeah, where are you going to take it? That's really cool, actually. I'm looking this up. Why didn't we talk about it?
I don't know. I guess yeah.
It sounds like a
seem
dream
it
you
would be
have.
easy to catch, doesn't it? No, that's true. I said I do. It is pumpkin beer season.
Okay, so two kids took broke into a subway train in Queens and just drove it until they bumped into another car. I think it was one that was not being used at the time because they got to cycle them out to do train work on the other trains.
That's just cute.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if I was my kid, I'd be
no one got hurt. It was in Queens.
Good for them. Yeah. No, that's right.
You wouldn't take me to play bumper cars, Mom.
That's kind of fucking awesome.
It is awesome. Man, I never did shit like that when I was a kid.
You didn't hijack the Beaver Creek, Ohio subway system, huh?
No.
Well, speaking of crimes, Jason, don't you have some stories for us?
Oh, I do. It's a beautiful segue.
Yeah, exactly. Smooth.
I do. This story is hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses.
Dated today. Yeah. Comes to us from Vice. Written by Louis Prada. Yeah.
Nice.
Headline: Piss Bandit keeps leaving big bottles of piss around Pasadena.
That's not a Piss Bandit. That's a Piss Santa Claus.
That's just some guy.
Bandit.
That's
yeah.
I have seen plenty of pee bottles in my time. How do you know every pee bottle is attached to this guy? Is my first question.
What
My
makes
second
him a
question.
bandit for doing this? Like,
Right,
what
exactly.
quantifies a bandit?
Mhm.
Like,
These are
the
excellent
pistol one.
questions.
Yeah, I feel like what a piss
Which
bandit does is steal the pee from my body to build some sort of weird pee golem.
It sounds like someone's stealing all
it's
of that guy's piss, and somebody's mad about that. The piss
Exactly.
bandit. Like, someone's
right,
stealing all of our water bottles full of piss. Like, we need those for things.
right.
For
Yeah, I've been
things.
saving those for 30 years. A
Man,
masked
you know
person
you
in
could get 30
Pasadena,
bottles of piss in California.
That's true. Yeah, a masked person in Pasadena, California, as opposed to Pasadena, Wisconsin, I guess. Known as the Piss Bandit, has been leaving big, heavy bottles of deeply yellow urine on top of a utility box for years. Two guys on
All right.
TikTok have been documenting the piss saga with the hope
All right,
of
can I stop
identifying
right
the
there? Those
pisser.
two are the Piss
Please.
Bandit. Those two are the Piss Bandit. Those two guys on TikTok, one of them's the Piss Bandit, and it's the Piss Bandit and his friend. I just solved it.
Well, back up. First of all, it now seems like the bottles that they're using, they weren't drinking the water out of that if the piss is, like, yellow. Like, are they just dumping out the water and pissing in it?
They said
Like,
heavy bottles. They said
this
heavy bottles.
heavy
So
yellow, right? Am I right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
my question is, they said heavy bottles, right? Which implies one of two things: either this is significantly larger than a water bottle, or he is so
Yes.
yellow
Uh-huh.
that the relative density of his piss has been impacted by his level of dehydration,
Yes. Looking at the picture, they
or
look
he's
like,
aged his urine.
That could be. I mean, I certainly age mine.
Aged urine
They
darkens
look
in
like,
color.
yeah,
Interesting.
and ripens in flavor.
I was on I
What it-
got on a side of TikTok once where it kept showing me videos of guys who like age their urine and are like, I drink my
Mhm.
own pee and it keeps me young, or like I bathe
Oh
in my
my
own
gosh.
pee. I
I'm on
don't
the
think.
furthest side from that. Mine are just like, you're gonna be okay. Wake up tomorrow. It's gonna be okay.
Well, it's
Don't beat
the thing
yourself.
is
You're gonna be
they
okay.
start like that. They start like that, and then they're
Right.
like, and the best medicine is inside you, and you're like, oh, I mean, like, you
Right.
know, my sense of
And it's
humor,
piss.
my inherent joie
Yeah.
de vivre, and then they're like, no, it's your piss.
Mhm.
You got to
It's
bathe
your
in your
piss.
urine.
Yeah.
Age it first,
Yeah.
though. Don't just like bathe raw dog your pee. You got to age it.
Yeah. No.
Don't raw
Mhm.
dog it. Yeah, don't raw dog your piss.
Yeah.
Slap
Yeah.
a connie on that.
You got to make pee.
Yeah.
You got to age it like Grovlox.
Ugh.
What is Groflock?
It's Grovlox. It's like it's one of the ways to make like smoked like it's not smoked salmon. It's like cured salmon.
Don't love that. Don't love that.
How much pee does that involve?
The way I do it, quite a bit. The traditional recipe,
Ah.
none. The
Wait,
way
wait, wait,
I
this
do
is
it,
actually
quite a
a
bit.
thing? Like,
Grovlox
that's
is a thing. You don't pee on them. People, you can cure fish. It's smoked salmon is like derivative of cured salmon. We don't need to go into the history of different fish products on this podcast. But smoked
Right.
salmon with cream cheese on a bagel is really good. You should try it.
Oh yeah, you're Jewish. I
It is
forgot.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locks of love.
I know you prepared a lot of Holocaust jokes, but just be warned of the
Right.
company.
And frankly,
Throwing that
I'm never
paper
gonna tell them.
No, to go back to your question, judging by the picture, they look like maybe Sunny Delight bottles, if you can picture
But they
those.
describe them as
decent
deep,
size.
as heavy. They said these are heavy bottles.
Yes. And looking at the picture, I think whoever this pisser is definitely needs to see a doctor.
Well,
Like, this does not look like healthy piss.
you
This-
don't think
this
it's
is-
aged urine. You don't think
maybe
it's
it's
aging his
aged.
urine.
I don't know. It looks like
You wouldn't
mud.
age your urine in a Sunny D bottle, but he could have cask aged his urine
No.
and then
And then
put it
use
in.
the
Yeah.
Sunny D bottle. Yeah.
Like
Wait,
if you've
this is
made
Bandit.
meat, you shouldn't age your urine. But if you've made meat, you know how you could do this.
What?
Sure.
Mead?
Yeah, it's honey
I
wine.
didn't pay attention in
Yeah.
school at all. I spent more time learning how to cheat than I did just reading a book. Okay,
And that's why you've never aged your urine, Taylor.
that's exactly why.
Right.
God damn, am I proud.
Stay in school and age your urine, or drop out and end up on a podcast. It's up to
I'm
you.
only
It's your
16.
choice, kids.
Uh-huh. Yep. Anyway, filmmakers Derek Milton and Grant Yansera took it upon themselves to unmask the Piss Bandit with a series of TikTok videos. Their investigation began when they noticed the large bottles and jugs that looked like they were filled with piss and then had the words human urine written on them, along with little drawings of smiley faces.
So that is probably what made them look like they were filled with piss. It's like the words
Filled
human
with piss.
urine.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
got them the name the Piss Bandit. Otherwise, people would be like,
The smiley
Right.
faces are a nice
Mhm.
touch.
The bandit. Yeah. Yeah. The so-called Piss Bandit is so determined to leave his hefty bottles of human urine that even after city officials put a triangular metal cap on top of the utility box, to deter the Piss Bandit from leaving his piss, he destroyed it and just kept leaving his piss there. I have already surpassed the total
Get
number
this
of times I've
motherfucker working
pissed
for the CIA.
in my life.
Get this
he's got
motherfucker.
a porta potty for real. Like,
Yeah, like
Oh, it gets better.
he seems to be very courteous
I
though. Like he's
can't
writing
imagine
human
how.
urine. They're closed, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
I still
Just
think he's one of
smiley
these
faces,
TikTok
though.
guys.
Just a little. Like human,
Like this
human
is some
piss.
sort of
Like, all right,
some
brother.
sort of piss dead drop. Milton and Yansera installed hidden cameras to capture the Piss Bandit in action. Their footage showed a masked man dropping off his piss bottles under the cover of night, accessing it from a nearby freeway. The documentarians suspect the Piss Bandit might actually be more of a vigilante artist than simply a deranged weirdo. I say there's room for both.
Well, I think
Yeah, I
that
was
you
gonna say
have to
that's
be.
one the same.
Yeah, I think that there's no like vigilante artist that's not a deranged weirdo.
Yeah. The only reason I'm allowed
Yeah.
to be this absolutely insane is because I'm an artist. If I was regular, I'd be 5150 regularly. So
Oh, absolutely.
personally, I probably know the Piss
Yeah.
Bandit. I probably know him. We're probably in the same yoga class.
Yeah, who knows?
Honestly, like, I don't see the crime here. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but this all seems like his right as an American.
Like harmless to just leave your piss.
Yeah, if he didn't write human urine on it, I'd be against
Wait.
it.
Question. Did the litter bugs write this? Because that's the only kind of... Unless the litter bugs specifically, that's why they're so mad.
I don't understand that
I
reference.
don't know.
A litter bug? Huh, I'm smarter than you guys now. You never heard of a litter
So
bug?
just a person who litters a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, because this guy is saying, like, put your human urine here. So he's
No,
anti
he's
litter.
saying don't effing litter. And this guy keeps putting his human piss somewhere, and he's like, don't fucking litter. So he's like,
No,
don't fucking litter. Like, is that the guy that wrote the article? Because he seems like that kind of person seems like the only person that would get real riled up about this.
Exactly.
Like, he can pick up, like, tissues and candy bar wrappers, but then he's like, a bottle of piss?
All right, like,
Yeah.
well, like, we both live in Brooklyn. Like, how many bottles of piss do you pass by on a daily basis?
Can't even count.
Yeah. And all right.
I'm
Taylor's
so sorry.
light fell over. That's how many bottles of piss. The stack that she has knocked into her life.
Staggering.
Yeah, Jason, in Denver, how many bottles of piss are you running past?
Everyone, kill me.
I'm passing like at least a couple dozen in the hallway alone.
Yeah. Realistically, living in Brooklyn, I pass by 9 to 10 bottles or other drink containers of piss a day, and that's working from home. Plus, untold number of bottles of human piss that's loose when I'm like on the subway or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, why am I like all of a sudden concerned about somebody who's clearly labeling his piss?
Right. And it does seem like the issue is that it's bottled, right? If this guy was wearing a mask and coming by at night and just taking a piss against the utility
Nobody would care.
box,
Yeah.
like, right, no one would give a shit.
This is better
that's
because it's
not
not
exactly
his dick's not
true,
out. His dick
but-
is not out in public.
Right. Right. Presumably he's doing it, somewhere private, but
You can piss
I
your
don't know.
pants in public and like it's not a sex crime.
Nope. Not for me. I just look crazy.
no.
Well, no, you would look insane, but like you could piss your pants while making
Sure.
direct eye contact with somebody, and like it's frowned upon. but like it's not indecent
Yeah.
exposure. If your pussy's
Right.
not out, if your dick's not out,
I
if
hate that you guys can do that. I just went on a 4-hour road trip, and I was like, "We're gonna stop, right?" He's like, "Oh no," because he just did not think about you. You don't stop when
all
you're
right, when I'm
driving.
with the boys in a car, I don't pee in bottles. That's a weird thing to do as an adult.
You
Yeah.
don't wipe
I just
when
pee
you're
out
done.
the
You don't
window.
wipe with each other's tips. You're like, "Oh, thanks for cleaning up, brother."
Yeah, we you
I don't-
got that's what we do in the bedroom. We slap each other dry afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought so.
That's right.
That's how
Maybe I
you,
was
it's
the healthy
it's
way
the
to do
three
it.
shakes rule. Unless there's another
Mhm.
man in the bathroom, and then you just do the dueling snakes maneuver, and then
Do
you're
whatever.
good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sword fight to
Yeah.
the death. That's the original jousting.
Yeah. I think I heard that on Joe Rogan. Anyway, but the Piss Bandit does not seem
there's more
to
to
be
this.
enjoying the extra attention. Oh, it gets deeper,
Oh, there's yeah.
so to speak. Piss Bandit does not seem to be enjoying the extra attention that the documentarians have brought. After the guys left him a note that said, "I'm a big fan of your installation art. I think your work is on the same level as Banksy, plus Shepard Fairey." They left a marker and some questions for the Piss Bandit to answer. He or she or they ignored the note, then stole their camera and drove it 126 miles from Pasadena to San Diego.
It's pretty sick.
Later, the yeah, that's a flex. Later, the Piss Bandit responded again with a 1-gallon jug of piss on the electrical box, but this time did not have a smiley face. It had a demonic face on it.
Oh no.
There's no telling what the P Bandit might do next, but this is the author, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. I have a hunch that it might involve leaving jugs of piss places where they don't belong.
Well, he's escalating in
He's
container
escalating.
size and
ramping it up.
emoji severity.
He's gonna be like, "P.S. It
Right.
was me. It was
Yeah.
me."
Well,
I need to return.
yeah, and it's crazy. Like it says that. Well, I mean, first of all, he drove from Pasadena to San Diego, so like he has a car. Like it's not
Yeah.
like an unhoused dude or something who's like
You can be homeless and
it's
have a
someone who's
car.
deliberately doing this. Well, yes, I understand that, but it just feels more like this is like a deliberate sort of like targeted, right? Unless he's leaving it on other utility boxes,
He's
but
just a dude. He's like just a dude, and just like I don't know, just for some reason.
No,
like,
but he's pulling some fucking. This is like the shit I do in like Metal Gear Solid.
wait, what? I don't recall that in Metal Gear.
Yeah, like disabling cameras and shit. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I do, but
I could
I
leave
was
a
thought you were
jug of
talking about
piss
the piss.
somewhere if I had to. I wouldn't,
Mm.
because
what would you do with it?
what would I do with it? Well, like I said, I'd be aging my urine. And if I
Right.
had leftover bath urine, then I would give it out to the community. Yeah, you got to get on urine
Yeah.
aging TikTok 3 years ago.
Sorry, bath urine?
Yeah, you age your urine
Like,
for a
I-
bath. We get over this.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
right,
good
right,
for your
right.
skin. I've
Like you
heard that
bathe
one
it. Okay,
before.
got it.
Good for your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah. Gross. All right.
I still never pee
Um,
again.
I don't think you have
We
to
done
do
with
that.
piss?
That seems like you're going too. That's also bathing in your own
Yeah.
urine just from the inside.
In a weird way. Yeah.
Not if I kill myself first.
Well, yeah, I guess then you would
Wow.
never pee again.
Yeah,
That's
don't.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. No, please don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't kill yourself. But if you are going to kill
think it's
yourself,
like,
use our
whoa.
next sponsor, KitchenAid Toasters.
Right.
And,
You
and
just
our
drop it
other
right in the
sponsor,
bath
the
pit.
bath bombs.
Uh-huh.
Make yourself
Yeah,
a nice
they're
piece of
literal-
toast or a waffle by taking a bath.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Kill two birds with one stone,
Exactly, 3 including me.
so to speak. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. All right. So our next segment here, just a little background. Since Andrew and I have been doing this podcast for approximately 45 years,
Yeah, I think so.
and have become, I think it's fair to say, experts in the paranormal, the weird.
Yeah. I would say, yeah,
ec-
credible. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Occasionally we take that that talent, that expertise, that genius, if I may say, uh, and try to help people. Solve people's sort of weird paranormal
They
problems.
don't just give a podcast to anybody, okay,
Right.
who takes too much
Uh huh.
Adderall a year ago.
Right. Right.
You can't just be some guy
Right.
bored as fuck in Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone who perhaps is regretting making this commitment because he didn't realize it was going to continue for upwards of a year. um,
Sorry, I'm having a great
anyway,
time.
I cannot think of any commitments in my life I've ever regretted.
I can't think of any
yeah,
commitments
none
in my
whatsoever.
life that I have at all. So
That's the move. That's how I should have lived
That's
my
living.
20s.
That is living. Yeah.
never mind. But my jokes are very sad. I need to stop. They only work on
That was
stage.
good. Yeah.
Nope, I didn't say it. Good
Um,
thing I forgot it. Fuck. Sorry, I took a Xanax this morning and it's like not wearing off.
oh.
Crazy.
So to that end, we occasionally look to Reddit, r/paranormal encounters,
Yeah.
and we give people advice on their problems.
We,
So having
Oh,
said that, here's one.
into this.
This one is from user Silver Honkler.
oh man.
Silver Honkler. It's probably not their government name, but
Well, I'm real suspicious of the. I don't know. This sounds like Clown Hitler. I don't like that. First
What?
glance,
you think
Honkler. I'm a little suspicious.
I'm
Okay.
That's
just
the
imagining
Clown
like
Hitler.
Hmm.
I was playing a lot of Wolfenstein earlier today, admittedly.
Okay.
So some wires might be getting crossed right now.
Sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I played that. Is that the one where you have to, you're
Kill
what,
Clown
trying to
Hitler.
break into Honkler's secret bunker?
Yeah, the underground
Wolfenstein? Is that a game?
Nazi bouncy castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein? That's crazy. Is it about
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I can't think like a rabbi wolf, like
No, it's
Dr. Wolf
about
is
Nazis.
Nazi.
It's about killing Nazis.
Oh, we love that. We love that. Killing Nazis. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they have
Uh-huh.
robots and shit. It's cool.
We do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But you know what's
Um,
not cool? Ignoring this guy's pressing needs.
This guy says, the title, I don't even know how to say this, but I think I saw a gnome in a national forest yesterday.
That is how you say that.
Exactly how you say that. Yeah. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah,
Nailed
no,
it.
that's. I wouldn't preamble it with "I don't know how to say this" because clearly you knew how to say it.
ChatGPT,
Right.
guys. Let's get real.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he used. I will be the first to admit, I thought these types of cryptids were a joke and not real, and I've never been able to take them seriously.
Well,
I
joke's on you because now a gnome's fucked your wife.
And he lives right in
you
front of
have
you
read,
in
you
your
have read
garden.
this one. Yeah. I am an outdoorsman and
Huh?
have been for 35 years.
So is your wife.
I grew up in the woods. I memorize trees for mushroom hunting for a living. I know every brook, stream, bush, berry grove, log, you name it.
Oh, he's
This
autistic. That's
guy,
good.
What?
I whoop-de fucking do. I'm not. You guys are so impressed by this guy. He's really bragging when you get to the fucking. I know all the brooks. Okay, buddy.
I didn't. Well, what? I mean, knows all the names for logs. Well, he said log. That's the name for it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what do you mean? You know
is there
every
another
name
name for
log.
logs? I don't know.
When is
I
that
can't
coming
think of any
up
off the top of my head.
outside?
The
What
headless
is the
tree?
survival scenario?
Yeah.
Where like, thank God I know the name for this type of log.
That's true.
You know what?
I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah.
A log. What even are these? A big log, small log? That's a brownish log. That's
Right.
a brown log with two branches on it. Maybe we all know all logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is?
Yeah. I think you've pretty much figured out the naming convention, right? Like that's what
I know words.
that log has moss. Yeah. I'm on a forest road, and I'm on hour 9 of not a soul in sight. I gather some mushrooms, look up the road, and see a rock has fallen from the loose, steep side of the mountain to the middle of the road. I make a mental note that I have to move it and not drive over it. I gather my mushrooms and get back to the car. I look up and I see what appears to be a 2 or 2.5 foot little brown thing walking from the side of the road over to the rock.
Let's already that's how I would phrase that very differently.
What? Wait, where is this located? Like geographically?
He just
He
says
does
the
not say.
woods.
Right. He says the woods. Also later, we'll get to. It says it's near a military quote special interest zone.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of the Amazon because they got really tiny,
Oh.
like villagers. They're like super tiny, but they murder you. Like they murder you. Like
They
rip your
took
arms
one look
off
at
and
this guy though, and they were like, "We better not fuck with him. He knows the name of every log."
Dude,
Right.
there was a story of like
Yeah.
this husband and wife, like they ripped off the wife's head and then both of her arms, and the husband was like, "No, don't," and then ripped off it. Oh, don't ever watch things about the Amazon tribe. And then
Wow.
Freddy Krueger will
I
come
had
into
no
your face
idea.
if you do that.
That's true. Yeah, I don't spend a
Right.
lot of time in the Amazon, and I'm divorced, so I'm not. That's something that can't happen to me.
Wow, your life is falling apart.
Yeah.
It's in
Right.
some ways.
No Amazon. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. In other ways, though,
You're like, I'm over here ordering off Amazon.
exactly.
Zing.
You can't rip my
Zing.
wife's head and arms off anymore.
She already ripped my heart out.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, he's little brown thing. My first logical thought is that it's a squirrel, but I see it as walking on 2 legs, appears to be wearing brown cloth or fur clothes, and is shaped like a human but very tiny. It's not scurrying either. It's ambling on 2 legs like a human would, as we all amble.
Yeah, that's.
I was ambling today. Yeah.
I'm ambling is my preferred mode of transportation.
Hey Siri, what does amble mean?
Thank you. Actually, I only know it's a type of walking.
It's like
what does Siri have
I think
to
it's
say?
like how Frankenstein walks.
Ask again, so I'm ignoring her. Amble. Spelled it
What's
wrong.
it?
Spelled it
I
wrong.
don't-
Spelled it wrong.
I think Frankenstein more lurches.
An easy
Right?
gait
He's
of
not.
a
His
horse
monster
in which the
ambles.
legs on the same side of the body move together. A leisurely way of walking.
Leisurely.
There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't describe Frankenstein as walking leisurely.
Well, because
Maybe
we
like-
judged him.
That's true.
He would have ambled more if he wasn't so misunderstood.
He never asked to be made, to be
Exactly.
created.
Neither
He
did
was
I,
just
but here we are.
thrown into this
Move on.
world. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking thrown.
That's why I just walk around with my arms in front of me.
Me too. Constantly having a panic attack, so I can only walk so slow.
Right.
XANAX. I hope they have to go.
I don't believe my lying eyes. It has to be something else. I get back in the car and head up the road and see that the rock has been pushed back to the side of the road from whence it came. It had fallen off the hill, rolled to my left, then was sitting back on the other side of the road on the right. There are drag marks like someone slid it back. I don't know where gnomes live.
There. They live there, buddy.
What do you mean you don't know where we assume you don't know where gnomes live.
That's crazy.
But the old partially logged section where I was looking
You would know, maybe
Sorry.
you'd know where gnomes live. He didn't spend so much time memorizing the names of all these fucking logs. Because he knows that it's a parsley log, I guess.
He's like, I know a lot, but look, I have no idea where gnomes live. Like, this could be not further from my experience. I have no knowledge on this. Give me a log. I would know. A gnome, forget it.
Right.
He's gonna end the story with they live in the parsley log, so he has it fucking is worth it that he memorized all these log names.
And then his wife gives birth to a gnome. I'm sorry, honey.
Oh my god.
Right. It's like, wait a minute.
Dan.
Paternity test.
This
Let's see. It looked
sounds
like the perfect place for a clan of these things. Lots of places to hide, secluded near water, plenty of routes of escape. Would be easy to dig little holes in the mountain and be fortified against invaders. The side road into it was flooded and appears to do so regularly, so these little guys even have their own moat. I'm positive I'm overthinking this, as am I.
Yeah, I'd
There was a
agree.
long drive back up the mountain, then down the mountain the other way, and sometime home, and I can't pick this apart into anything else but being a tiny little forest man. I'm like 1,000% positive that I saw what I saw.
Did he eat the
It was
mushrooms?
near.
Those were not specified.
Yeah, did he eat those mushrooms?
Well, he says he does it professionally, so
Well, I know a lot of people who
well,
do a lot of things
what else would
professionally.
you do? Well, right, but like, yeah, you would eat them, right?
What
Like, I
what what
can't
is
think of
what
any
is he
other use
doing
for
professional?
mushrooms.
So he's a professional mushroom forager.
That is what it said. Yeah, he just said he does it for a living. So,
Shrooms?
He forages like
foraging.
mushrooms, presumably culinary.
Can you not forage shrooms?
You can forage shrooms, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's
Mhm.
going just foraging shrooms. I think he's foraging all sorts of mushrooms.
Hey man, this guy seems like he has a lot of special
Yeah.
interests. I feel like being interested in shrooms is not that far off.
Yeah. No, no.
It's true. Hopefully, he
I
didn't do a
agree.
9-hour drive on shrooms. That's not good.
Well, he drove there and then oh wait,
Yeah.
no, he did see that. My brain just stopped. Never mind. Carry on.
I think, for what it's worth, I think the shrooms that you trip off of, you wouldn't find them in this sort of forest that he's describing.
But we
I
don't
think
know.
they grow more in like cow patties, like psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah,
Ew, they grow in cow shit. Gross.
that's like if you were
I
to
know
find
some
them in
do,
nature, but you
but
could also grow them in like your basement. Not
I've
with
never
cow
gone
shit.
outside in my life, so not sure what you're referring to.
Yeah, I'm not finding any cow
Uh,
shit in New York City. Lots of human shit.
Yep.
Some mushrooms
well,
growing out of it, but I don't
I was
think
going to say,
that you can
give it a
trip off them.
pop it in your mouth and see what happens.
Put it in the neighborhood
Um,
fridge. They'll like it.
yeah. Last paragraph here. It was near a military quote special interest zone, allegedly blocked off due to some native butterflies. But I'm starting to wonder if this research area really is about butterflies after all. They send you to prison, ban you from parks, and give you a $5,000 fine if you take a single berry from inside that boundary.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge.
All right.
Gnomes.
Yeah. So
That-
what are we thinking? What can we offer Silver Hunkler here?
Oh,
All
I
right.
know. But if you can't take a berry, okay, like if they're like, yo,
Uh-huh.
don't take even a single berry, using that as like, don't take any food or anything from here, I believe the
Right.
mushrooms might go along with that because maybe they got weird psychedelic properties. Boom, guys, he ate
Could
the
be.
mushroom.
Yeah.
Or a small
It could
toddler,
be. Mhm.
a small, very, very strong toddler was wandering through the woods,
Sure.
pushed the rock. He was like, "You're welcome, guy,"
Mhm.
and then walked away. And now was being criticized by his looks.
Here's what
That's
I
true.
think.
Could be one of those forest toddlers.
Maybe a
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
unorthodox.
Feral toddler.
The one that made it.
People were shorter in the past, right?
Were they?
A little bit. I don't think they were 2 feet tall.
And they
but-
had to close down that military base, right?
I guess so. Yeah. Well, it says military. What?
All right. So these
Special
are
interest
British
zone. I'm not familiar.
sleeper agents from the Revolutionary War.
Mhm.
That they're leading it. They
in what,
let it.
Oregon?
They've led a successful resurgence.
They were not
starting
2
in
feet tall.
buttfuck
Okay.
nowhere woods. Took out this military
Oh.
base.
Uh-huh.
They cryofroze
I
themselves
see.
using British gnome magic.
Sure.
Now they're
Mhm.
about to take shit back, and the government doesn't even want us to know about it.
So what?
Man.
I think it was like little Jason that just loves the woods. Got a little too far out. Was wearing his little knapsack.
Mhm.
Got bad legs. Was just
Mhm.
lazily doing
Oh,
that.
I hope
Push
not,
the
because
rock.
that kid is dead
Right.
now for sure. Then if he was that
Well,
far out,
He's probably dead. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. That is the explanation. R.I.P. Little kid from the forest.
Little-
yeah. So I guess this
little
guy
forest
could have saved a kid.
Doo-doo. Yeah, maybe he's the bad guy.
Right. But
The thing is, though,
Right,
what do
but
you
chose
do
not
as a
to.
grown man if you find a kid lost in the middle of the woods? Because you can't just drive through the middle of nowhere with some random kid in your car.
Nope, you can.
That's a
Oh, I'm
bad
sure.
look.
I think people do it all the time.
It doesn't
Well,
really.
yeah, I don't want to get pulled over with a random kid in my car.
Well, if you get pulled over with a random kid that you clearly found in a forest that's been there for months.
They just see me with a beat up,
Right.
malnourished kid in my car.
You have your alibi. Your wife, who now is pregnant with a gnome child, just saw you like 45 minutes ago.
That's true. That's true.
Please help children.
This
Don't
is
be- oh, this
either
is
a
not gonna
kid
look good on
or a
me.
gnome.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Unite it with its parents or kill it, depending on if it's a kid or a
Oh,
gnome.
wow.
Depending on what kind of day you're having, you know?
I will
No,
leave
that
it to
really
your
escalated.
discretion, guy who couldn't become a gym teacher.
It would be interesting because at the end he's implying that the military is doing research
was a
in this
twist.
area on the gnomes, right? What military application do you think gnomes could possibly have? Like, are they pushing rocks, in like the Middle East, or we going to send them to the Ukraine?
Did
Or
they say
Ukraine,
that the
excuse me?
military created the gnomes? I think they just said the military was like,
No.
no, don't go near our
All
butterflies.
right, so I do have an
Yeah, they
answer to
didn't
that
say anything
question.
about the.
It's a little dark.
Love it. Let's stick.
I would love to
How
hear
many
it.
gnomes
Yeah,
do you think they have?
Who gnomes?
I have no idea.
So they
I don't
probably
know, but
let's assume there's a gnome breeding program, right?
Yeah.
Because probably it's not hard to like get gnomes to fuck. You just need like the smell of fresh baked
I can't
cookies or
imagine.
whatever, and that makes them horny as fuck.
Well, have you seen the drawings of them, man?
Yeah,
It's a lot of raw sex appeal.
Yeah.
Those chubby little cheeks
And
and
Have you heard of Smurfs?
oh
the
yeah,
little
exactly.
red pointy hat. Yeah,
So I'm saying, plus they're smaller. In a small military base, easily 100,000 gnomes. Let's say when this project is complete, we'll have an army of 500,000 gnomes, right? That is
Sure.
about 1/1000th the size of the United States.
Oh my god, this is way too much math
Yeah.
for me to handle at all. At all.
All right, but no, here's all you need to know.
Either
What
show
if-
me a calculator
we-
to the screen, or I don't want to hear it.
What if we attached explosives to every one of those gnomes
I'm listening.
and we just ran them through wherever we're at war with, blow them all up at once? They're going to be a distraction, so nobody's going to be able to quite shoot at the gnome right away. They'll have an extra moment that human beings wouldn't.
I don't
Sure.
think so.
Well, they're so much smaller, right? You could probably cram, hundreds of them in like a standard cargo plane.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
like a bird?
You might get 20 people. Yeah,
It's
you can get, like,
2024. We got
700
robots.
We do have robots, but you could only get so far with
I
a
don't-
robot.
The president's like, "We do have robots."
500,000 gnome suicide bombers, on the other hand.
Talking about
Yeah,
Born to
that's
Die.
Well, yeah.
that would make awesome merch. We'll make a T-shirt with, like, your typical little gnome with the red hat and a
With the
smile, and then it just
dynamite
says
strapped to
"Born
him.
to Die."
Born to Die.
Man.
Man, what an impressive fighting force!
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
I guess recruitment is down. Yeah, I guess I can see them cloning gnomes or whatever out in the forest.
Why would
And,
they choose gnomes?
yeah.
Why wouldn't they choose fairies?
I don't know.
No, not my people. Never mind.
Fairies are too powerful.
True.
Gnomes,
Right, and they can fly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gnomes don't have as much magic. They have a little bit of magic, but not as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those cookies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's mostly around baking.
I
or
could eat
crafts.
I could eat 20 boxes of those cookies, and just throw up and eat them again. Like, I don't know how. I'm on Ozempic, dude. Like, the fact that my body can still do that that's magic.
They do make some very good cookies.
Understatement. But go on.
Wait, who's making what?
Well, no,
where you
elves
get
make the
gnome
cookies. It's the
cookies?
Keebler elves.
I'm thinking. Are you thinking elves?
Elves are
maybe?
gnomes.
Elves are not gnomes.
Elves are gnomes.
Gnomes.
I don't. Yeah.
The Keebler elves might be gnomes, but elves in general are not gnomes. The Keebler elves are not elves.
No, they're.
So what
too
are
little.
they?
They're gnomes in elf face.
They got to be gnomes.
Well, look who
Oh.
was right.
But no, in general, elves are not gnomes. The Keebler elves
No, that's true. Yeah.
are no. What the fuck are Santa's elves?
Those are slaves.
Yeah, it's true. They are. Yeah, which is what
Yeah.
we're trying to do. Maybe we learned it from him because Santa's a U.S. backed dictator.
Boycott Santa and Willy Wonka.
All right.
I think
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Just don't eat chocolate and stop believing in magic.
I can't believe
Yep.
that they had a whole Willy Wonka prequel. By the way, they didn't even talk about what he did in the 40s.
I can't
They're not going
believe-
to go there, you know?
I can't believe
Right.
Timothy Chalamet was Willy Wonka. I kind of like blacked that out. I'm like, what's happening? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right, did you see that movie?
No. And
I
do
saw
not
that
blame you.
movie. It's a bad movie.
Oh, wow.
But
I was like,
Yeah.
maybe this is probably a
Big
good
shock.
movie.
my favorite part about
Uh-huh.
the movie, though, is that there is a canonical plot point where Timothy Chalamet's Willy Wonka is illiterate. He is illiterate throughout the movie. He never learned how to
Mhm.
read because he only learned about chocolate. We got a canonically illiterate Willy Wonka, Twink Willy
Sure.
Wonka, who only learned about chocolate. But his mom,
Mhm.
who was responsible for his education, as her dying gift to him, left him a fucking note.
Oh, that is shitty,
That's
dude.
fucking
Oh, that is
funny.
awful.
She would
That's
have.
so funny.
That is shitty. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
that's great. I'm going to leave my deaf son something in Braille. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. I mean, oh no. I probably said, ha, fuck you.
All right.
Like,
Right. All right. Let's take a little break. I need to go fill a Sunny Delight bottle of piss.
Yeah.
excellent.
And
Yeah, let's take 5.
then we have a couple more. Yeah.
Hey, just take a zip car.
I wish. Oh my god. There are certain times where I could just really use a car, and it really devastates me. My zip, it makes me really sad. My zip car situation.
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
I
what
don't
you
think
should
we have
do?
those here in Denver.
Leave bottles of urine around the city
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and gradually escalate as far as volume and emojis go.
I'll be like the
Yeah, right.
copycat killer, but with piss.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The thing is,
Copycat.
you can't do that as a woman because like they're gross guys are gonna be like, oh, I want to get her pee. Like,
Sure, I could sell that. I could sell that.
no one wants a man's piss. It goes for a lot cheaper unless you don't do any drugs, and this guy probably does some drugs based on just the yellowness alone.
I don't know. But based on the photos, I think he needs to hydrate more.
That's what I was
honestly.
saying. I'm like, if he's using these giant bottles,
just-
clearly he's not drinking out of the water from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
like I get it because like I love diet soda too. I'm a big
love
fan
me-
of like
love
Diet
me
Coke.
some
Have you
diesel.
tried the Oreo Coke
Yeah.
Zero yet? I haven't tried it yet. And at first it
Oh.
seemed kind of gross. Now I'm morbidly curious. There's an Oreo flavored Coke Zero.
You had me at 0. Where?
I know it's not the Diet Coke. It's you could I know you could get it like order it on the Target website for not a lot, but I haven't like looked for it in the wild. But the idea is getting more intriguing.
I mean,
I've seen it around here. I'll grab one next time. I was actually thinking because way back in the day we had talked about wrap snacks.
Oh yeah, Lil Romeo rap snacks.
oh, little Romeo.
Yeah,
Hey ho, watch
Watch
it blow. This time, little Romeo show. What shall we do? Hey,
The
watch-
quickie bar on the corner of me has like 8 different varieties. So one day I was just going to get them all, and then on the podcast just try them.
You know what I had? People
Oh, I
love
love
the sound of you eating chips into the microphone.
Exactly. Be perfect.
I need to
ate
ASMR.
I ate
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Snapple flavored Swedish fish last night. They were fucking horrible.
How was that?
was-
Interesting.
It was not. It was based on the Snapple
Oh.
like fruit juice flavors.
I love trying random
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, I got it at the there's a bodega like right by where I live that has like everything. Like
You
like, a
live in
really-
New York City. Every single person lives by a bodega.
No, I
just
know,
so
but
you
I
know
live
that.
by like there's like a few bodegas, but there's one that's called like the organic market that's like really like physically large.
They're all called the organic market.
No, but this one is it's called the downtown organic market specifically, and it's larger on the inside than the other ones. That is
That-
the important thing to know. So
Mhm.
it has more variety than the average one I have found. I understand the concept.
Yeah,
do
same.
not-
I have one right there. I have 2 over there, and I have one down to the center.
I
I think
know,
the biggest one
but-
is right there.
But this one is much physically larger to a degree that you go in and you say, "Wow, it's physically large in here." Even if you go to a lot of variety of bodegas, that's the important thing.
Sure. Mhm. Yeah.
I don't think you've been to
a lot of bodegas.
I haven't been to a lot of bodegas. I've been to
Man.
not 6 or 7, which is not a lot.
6 or 7.
Called out.
Ugh. It gets wild in there,
I
fucking.
know.
Do they all serve food?
You know
Yeah.
what's funny? I've
Or
been
is
11
that
years.
like
11 years I've been here, and I've only one time ever ordered a bodega sandwich.
Oh, they're good. I order bodega sandwiches a lot.
It just kind of remind me of strangers putting their. They don't even give you what you ask for. They just like put a little riz in it.
They give me what I don't get anything like crazy though. I just get the normal thing with hot sauce. And
They
then
probably put something crazy in
Right.
it. Like they'll literally stick a piece of cheese or like a little half of like a French fry. Like they
it's
just do
because
random
you have
shit.
tattoos. Because you have tattoos. They're
Mhm.
like
I
she wants
don't
it wild.
order them. I don't order from bodega things. Like this happens to all my friends. I just walk in, get my Diet Dr. P. I'm a big fan of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr.
Fucking-
Pepper is good.
Diet Dr. P. Get maybe, I don't know, get some fruit. That's on the ship. Maybe some fruit. They don't have fruit. Give me some those hot chili Doritos. And I'm on my wizzy way.
Mhm.
Wizzy way.
Takis.
I never had Taki.
Yeah, I've never had a Taki actually.
Yeah, they're all right. I'm not. I've kind of not. I've kind of gotten out of the habit of eating like snacks or chips.
Yeah, me too. I don't really snack.
But they're like a little bit thicker Doritos, kind of rolled up. So not bad.
Not too
All right.
shabby.
Yeah. This is a wow. What a
Riveting.
stimulating conversation we had on the break where we talk about
Right.
Taylor's address, my address, and then
Let me think about what else I've seen at the Quickie Mart on my corner.
Why don't you give the audience your address
they have,
too?
like,
Let's
the,
go ahead and just get for when I forget to edit this out.
Sure.
Let's give the audience your address.
Sure. It's 117 Fake Street,
That's bad.
Denver, Colorado.
Well,
All right.
Yeah.
gotta catch
Yeah, stop by anytime. Go ahead and leave some piss. Do you want to be the
Yeah,
first
for
one?
real. Please leave.
Go ahead and don't leave any piss, anybody. Nobody leave piss at 1125 Fake Street.
Don't leave piss here, and definitely don't come here to buy piss.
Well,
all right. No, I just
I'm not doing
actually this
anything
P
with it.
Bandit story did give me a business idea for real.
okay.
So like, you know how like people buy fake urine to pass drug tests to show that they're not on drugs, right? What if there was a service?
I've heard of that.
Right. What if right? Like what if there was a service that sold urine to make you test positive for drugs so people don't think, let me know if this is offensive, don't think you're a gay nerd, right?
Oh,
I don't know how that could
I guess,
be
but
offensive.
I don't think your homies are going to be coming in with like piss tests.
Your homies didn't come in with piss tests. I guess it's different for boys than girls. We came in with a lot of piss tests.
Yeah, I got a call from everyone in your frat. They said they hate you.
My school banned frats because one of them let a monkey out on campus in 1987.
Was
That's
it you?
true.
Holy
No,
shit.
it was not me. I was not there in 1987.
No, were you the monkey?
Yeah.
I was neither there nor a monkey in 1987. I was not alive.
Gotta ask.
To be fair, I think it's bad to ban every frat, but for one frat doing a very specific thing that's already illegal. Ban that frat. I agree. Ban that frat, but you can't ban every frat for one frat letting out one monkey.
Is every frat banned?
Yeah, there's no frats allowed at Clark University in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. That's
let a monkey out in the 80s.
Everyone's writing about that. Clark University in West Massachusetts. I've heard of that. There's a big protest going on.
Exactly. It's people are still fired up about it to this day.
Yeah, no. I see the posters all around.
It's not just you and your friends saying we should have frats while vaping in the gym and then saying, okay, and then continuing vaping.
Can we get t-shirts? My mom owns a screen printing shop.
Oh my God. But now, men do pee in front of each other a lot more than you think.
No, I think they pee in front of each other a lot.
Maybe less than you think.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe not quite that
I think
much.
I feel like you guys have urinals in the back, like that's peeing in front of like.
Well, no, but I mean like, all right. So if we were on vacation, like if Jason and I were on a vacation with a group of all of our guy friends at the beach, you, me, David, Dick Teeth, Broccoli Rob, Jimmy the Keeg,
Cheddar Boy, Mhm.
Greasy Joe.
You're just naming my roster.
Uh-huh.
That's embarrassing.
But if we were all at the beach
Way to
together,
call me
right?
out.
We would use the bathroom, obviously. We're not animals. But there might be times where if we're on the beach and it's night, like we might just be like, hey, I'm going to take a piss in the sand. Can you spot me? But we might like both, like there might be 2 or 3 of us peeing and talking about life, talking about our feelings, talking about our past, talking about relationships,
Sure.
talking about why we're voting for Kamala.
This is not new news.
Yeah.
Because you guys talk loud and you're not that far from us. You think it's like 30 feet, but like we see you. When you see a bunch of guys turned the other way with their arms clearly in front of
Right.
them, chit-chatting, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
that,
dude, is it normal to feel sad all the time?
all right, so I here's the thing I've been thinking about, and I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out at this point,
Oh, love
but
it.
public urination and the sex offender registry. Sometimes public urination should absolutely be a sex offense, right?
If
Because
you're
it can't
urinating on a child, yeah.
yeah, well, not just that, but it can't just be legal to whip your dick out and then once you start peeing, it's
Yeah.
not a sex offense anymore. If it's broad daylight,
Right.
there's no effort to hide it. I think that if it is against a corner after sunset, then I think that it should be mitigated. I think that you should be moved along, although I don't know how you could stop someone midstream. But
Yeah,
I think that if your
that's
back is to
impossible.
if your back is to the public, it's not a sex offense. I think you just need to make sure there's no loophole that you could take your dick out and then start peeing.
I think maybe a misdemeanor,
Right.
but definitely, I don't think.
But if you just like whip your dick out in the middle of a public park, that's like you shouldn't be. That's a sex
Yeah,
offense.
but
But then, like,
Right,
what?
yeah,
Should I be
yeah,
able to save
no,
up
that's
pee, and then if
unacceptable.
somebody's calling the cops, we're like, wait, I'm peeing. You know what I'm saying?
like if you run over a bush, like piss in a bush, and you like don't think anyone's there, I feel like that's like get a ticket for that.
Exactly. And who's the weird
Yeah.
freak that's watching?
The cop.
That's
That
true.
depends.
He's the one who should be a sex offender. Our logic is perfect.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let us know what you think
Yeah.
about public urination laws. Underworld News Tonight at gmail.com. Jason, do you have another story for us?
I do, but are we still doing the question? That could be the question.
What's the question?
I don't remember if we
Yeah.
We put a
Well,
question
no,
on
there's no more
Spotify,
questions
but-
on Spotify anymore. It's just comments now. Answer it in the comments. There's no more like
Okay.
Spotify used to have a Spotify question where instead of like a comment section, you would have a question that people could answer.
specific.
It was fucking
Gotcha.
stupid. Just give us a comment section, and I could say that now because they did that.
Sure.
Do people listen to this podcast?
Like some people, a couple. We have
few.
literally dozens of listeners.
Hey, better
Yeah.
than
Probably like 30 to 40 people a week.
Yeah.
better than this many.
Well, you don't have
Yeah.
you.
We're working on that though.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're,
Look-
we're driving it
look,
down.
tomato. If I can just look at myself or hear my own voice, I am happy as a clam.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
me
comics,
too.
so that's just kind of built.
I
into
would.
our DNA.
It is. Do you think it's the only thing that stops you from like being a person who talks to yourself in the subway? I definitely do think it is.
I absolutely talk to myself in the subway. Earbuds in, thoughts out the mouth.
I was on the subway the other day, and there was a guy playing like guitar. He was doing like Latin folk music,
With that,
and he sucked. He really sucked.
Mm,
He was like an older
Yeah.
Mexican guy, and at first he was like right next to me, so I tried to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. I paused my podcast and I kind of did one of these where I took the earphone like half off.
don't ever do that. Someone was gonna take it off your head.
What?
Don't ever do that. Someone will rip it off your head.
They look at me. It's different when you're boxy. I can dodge. I can weave. I can duck and weave.
Okay.
I'm built like a 1920s lightweight boxer. But
And you
like,
look like it one too.
but like, I like, he really sucked though. So I did have to look directly in his eyes. Like, well, he looked directly in my eyes as I like put the headphones back on and turned my podcast on and turned the volume all the way up on my phone.
And then he broke your nose by hitting you with his guitar.
No, he did not do that.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
understood. He was bombing, and I wasn't gonna. I don't like when comedians like give you the pity laugh when you're bombing. You know,
I don't think comedians do.
that's true.
Comedians do not.
No?
I do not get pity laughs.
No, I don't either. I don't. If I'm laughing, something is really funny to me, and sometimes the shit that's really funny to me is not the shit that's funny to a lot of the other people, and that's fine. But
Well, that's the point of comedy.
Right.
Like, that's the whole thing with comedy. Things that you think are funny on stage, maybe somebody else will think are on stage. There are a couple of
Doesn't
jokes
think.
that I have that like I will not stop saying them because I think they are so funny and they won't hit. They won't hit for weeks. And then one day I'll be at the right crowd and I'll say that joke and it'll fucking kill, like destroy. And I'm like, I fucking knew it. Like I knew that was a good joke. I'm just like, I knew it.
yeah, no. Sometimes there are whole bits that like you're about to get rid of, and then you put them back in. When I was at my show last week, they gave me like 2 extra minutes, and so I had 7 minutes instead of 5. So I like threw a bit in that I had put on the cutting room floor, and it did pretty well. So I'm keeping it. I posted it to my Instagram. But
I'm so embarrassed. I got booked at ESO once, and you're supposed to bring one person, but I didn't have one friend to go to my show, so I didn't get to perform.
no, I made sure that I have at least one person for this show before I can bring people.
Lucky you!
But
Right.
The first one
I
was
have a friend. I'm Andrew.
Oh,
I
my one friend that said that they would come pulled out. I'm like, I don't have any other fucking friends. Fuck. So I just sat home all day. Like,
I'd go, but I wasn't here.
I would pay for your. I was like, everyone, I was gonna pay for your ticket. They're like, we're tired. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what are you gonna do? Jump off a bridge?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Don't do that.
I won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then someone's
Please
going to
don't.
post a TikTok about how there's a serial killer and they threw you in the bridge.
Oh, I love that. Gorgeous comedian was thrown into bridge.
Yep. City mourns.
City mourns. Unbelievable.
How pissed would it be?
No.
What would you be if the TikToker they used like a random still of you on this show and they listed you as a podcaster though? They downgraded you to podcaster in the serial killer video.
Well, you know what? It's a lot better than being a random woman who had messed up hair and didn't pay a lot of money for the way her face looks.
I don't think your hair is messed up.
No.
I'm talking about the
My hair's messed up.
No, I'm saying I would rather it be like that than I don't know.
Sure. No, I got you.
So sometimes
How pissed would you be if the TikTok was a guy filming a jug of piss that was left on a
it was like one of the screen split videos.
And then in the background,
it's me
way
jumping
in the
into the
background,
jug of
we see you
piss,
jump.
and I land
We'll just
into
see you
the
jump into the river, and he's like, "What's up with this piss?"
What if the video was me and Jason
And I'm
trying
like,
to connect your death to the Piss Bandit case?
What the documentary would be called? What would it be called?
Now you actually can't kill yourself because they'd make a documentary about it and we would look really bad like right now.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
right.
there were all these warning signs and they were just joking around.
Oh, please. They find my
Yeah.
diary. Everyone will be
Idiot.
fine except for my stepmom.
Man, fuck her.
I have a picture of
Yeah.
her on my debit card because you can customize your debit card. So I just think it's
Really?
Yeah, I think it's so funny.
You know what?
That is funny.
Based
actually.
on what you just alluded to,
Really
I'm gonna
good.
say Taylor's stepmom banned from the pod. She's not coming on.
Banned.
No.
So
Mm-mm.
yeah, catch that.
No.
Catch that.
Sorry,
Wow.
Lord. Get the fuck out the club.
All right, I don't know. I
Do
should probably
not
bleep
take that out. Do not take it out.
I might need to bleep it. I might need to bleep
Please
the
don't
name.
take it out. Please.
I'll bleep. I
Please.
might have to bleep the last name. I will see. I don't want to get sued.
If you do,
Does she have enough money to sue me? We don't have enough money to be worth suing.
she has enough money to take all my
No.
siblings on vacation and leave me home alone at 13. So maybe.
Yikes. No.
That's bad.
Where'd they go on vacation?
They went to multiple places. They went all over the world. It wasn't just one time.
They did
Yeah.
a full-on
Oh,
around
wow.
the world. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. All through
that's-
my high
yeah,
school
that's
and middle
nuts.
school because I was difficult.
I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
No.
But guys, here's the thing. I'm
I
fun.
know how that is.
Yeah, but I'm hilarious now. So it's whatever.
Exactly. You're on a podcast
Right.
now.
It's all worth it. All that trauma. Yeah.
The T in Taylor actually starts for trauma. Fun fact, a little Might need that for
Oh,
Jeopardy
wow.
one day. Yeah. The girl who jumped off the
So
bridge. What does the T in her name stand for? What is trauma?
So it's
Her name is
so it's
Trauma Ailer Drailer. Trumailer.
Trumailer. Yeah.
Trumailer.
Trumailer.
There's Trumailer. No house, just a trailer. She's doing her best. She fucks the
Holy
guy
shit,
that
this
brings
is something,
her a
actually.
mailer.
Yeah.
Get Andrew Lloyd Webber on the
Trumailer.
line.
Right.
Trumailer. She drowned because she wasn't with a sailor.
Well, no, you don't want to date a don't
Oh,
date a
wow.
sailor. That's not going to
No,
make you
yeah.
feel better. If there's one thing that will not make you feel better,
I know.
Taylor.
Seaman
Yeah.
never makes me feel good. Seaman. Seaman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a funny word.
I'll
Yeah.
be here till I jump off a
Seaman.
bridge, everybody. Yeah. I see men and they're mean to me.
Oh, man. Now, are you anything you want to talk
Yeah.
about, or are you?
Oh, how much time,
I
dude?
I just met you, but I think you're pretty cool, and
Yeah.
I would hate to see
You guys should have me on
something
again.
happen to you.
You guys should have me on the podcast again when I'm not tired as fuck.
You should come on again when you're not tired as fuck, or when you are. We get different bits out of either
I
one.
think you're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm a sleepy bitch. I'm a sleepy bitch. I'm like trying to hold my eyes open.
All right, so we should probably do the stories then.
Okay. Should I just do one more? Do you think? Like, because we are kind of going.
Yeah, let's do
a
that
little long.
UFO
I'll do
story.
both, but-
Can you guys give me 1 second?
okay.
I just gotta run out.
Yeah, take your time.
Literally 1 second.
Yeah.
Take your time.
One moment. Oh god, my back.
In the meantime, are you traumatized and have a zip car? Because we have a third sponsor for you right now. Cuervo, ladies and gentlemen.
Cuervo, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Banned from Zipcar because it smells like weed.
Yeah.
Try having it smell like tequila instead.
I actually think my only pee that has drugs in it business idea is good.
I think that's good. When you were talking, what came to my mind as being a man of a certain age is that I could sell my poo so that people pass their colon cancer tests.
Well, no. What's the benefits of having cancer that nobody knows about? You want people to think you're on drugs because, like I said, and again, I'll remove it if it's offensive. You don't want people to think you're a gay nerd.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
Oh, okay, that's funny. It's funny because you
Okay.
would want people to know that you have cancer. Yeah.
Yes, if you're taking the test, yeah, you would very much. It's because you want to know.
Of course, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's very serious.
So
We lose millions of Americans to colon cancer every year,
To
many of whom fought in
yeah,
Vietnam. So it's a
terrible.
little fucked up of
It's
you,
terrible.
actually, to make that joke,
To
Jason. It's a
make
little
light
like
of-
in poor
make
taste.
light
We
of-
might have to end the podcast entirely for you to make light of something so serious.
colon
We
cancer.
were joshing around having a grand old time, and you had to make
Yeah.
light of colon
Mhm.
cancer.
Right. It wasn't. What did it in wasn't you using gay as a slur. It was me making a joke about colon cancer.
I'll just pop right back in. I'll just slither right into this conversation. Here I go. Excuse me. Pardon me. Please make room on this love seat. I know it's made for two, but just scoot over.
You know what is kind of funny
All right.
though is if somebody had colon cancer in like Revolutionary War times, so they didn't know what it was. They were just like his shits are weird for a while, and then he died. That's a little.
Yeah.
I feel like that was
Yeah.
a lot of the early part of, I don't know, existence.
Yeah.
His shits were weird.
Right.
No, he's dead.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, bummer.
Yeah, and they would say it was like ill humors or something.
Yeah, his jokes sucked. Well,
Yeah, for real.
now he died.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking yellow poop over
Demonic
there. He was
possession.
not funny.
Which could have meant he was transgressive ahead of his time.
That's true.
Well, he'll never know.
He just didn't fight the right audience. Okay.
Nice Kim Possible.
Our
ringtone.
story
Disney's gonna sue us now.
Yeah.
Great.
What's the six?
All right. This story comes to us from News Nation by Steph Whiteside.
Nice.
Headline:
Mr. Bright.
What is the Pentagon's alleged Immaculate Constellation program?
Ooh.
Independent
A
journalist
telescope?
Michael Schellenberger.
Sorry.
Yeah, not too far off. Independent journalist Mike Schellenberger told News Nation a whistleblower has revealed the existence of an
Independent
alleged
journalist, by the
UFO
way, is
program.
my favorite. It's like a very classy title, but
It is,
technically
yeah.
it's the same thing as unemployed writer.
It's just some guy.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
step above just some guy, but like you could literally switch out like
Mhm.
independent, you're unemployed and you're like a writer. And like technically, I guess
Right.
you're an unemployed writer until they publish it and then you're an independent journalist. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Like you don't ever run into any like independent fast food employees.
Well,
Right. Like there's very specific. You're not a
you definitely do. You
independent,
definitely do on the
yeah.
subway.
Fair enough.
That is true. Come.
A guy was selling like straight, like walked onto the train and had like a bunch of tuna sandwiches. It was trying to sell tuna sandwiches the other day.
You know
I
what? Good for
Really?
him.
I'm not eating that guy's
Man.
fucking tuna sandwiches that have been out.
I respect the hustle.
Not at 4 p.m.
Look, I
At
respect
11
the hustle.
a.m., I'll chance it.
Yeah.
At 4 p.m., I am not eating tuna from a guy on the train.
Well, you haven't lived, clearly.
You're lost.
Yep, you're lost.
You can't. I'm missing out on the
Sold
best
out by
train
noon.
tuna in New York City.
Yeah.
Have you seen the One Train's tuna guy? Oh God, 5 years he's a Michelin star. Train 1 tuna.
It's not as good as the steak
Right.
tartare on the G train.
Yeah, fucking.
Mhm.
That guy's going places.
Right.
Like the hospital for the food contamination. All right, carry on.
Yeah. Where was I? Unemployed man Michael Schellenberger told News Nation a whistleblower has revealed the existence of an alleged Pentagon UFO program called Immaculate Constellation. Schellenberger told News Nation's Ross Coulthart about the whistleblower report, which comes on the heels of similar allegations from former Air Force intelligence officer David Grush
Which we've
and
covered.
former Pentagon employee Lou Elizondo. This is a lot of names, real quick. First of all, so this is a right. So this article, okay, it's written by Steph Whiteside, who is then quoting Michael Schellenberger, who is then talking about David Grush.
You're a man. You wouldn't
and
understand this.
Lou Elizondo.
Kelly and Ashley were talking
Right.
about Veronica. Veronica didn't understand that Kelly's sister was Jamie. Jamie's older sister is Brad. Brad and Jamie were hooked up in middle school.
Actually,
That is
thank
kind
you.
of how UFO
No,
stuff
actually,
goes.
I do.
Yeah.
No, that is. Thank you. That actually really does put it into a
Yeah.
context.
You're welcome.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, thank you.
Street smarts.
But no, David Grush has been
Yeah.
saying for a
Oh,
long
good.
time, essentially, that the
Yeah,
U.S. government has had programs specifically to retrieve crashed alien spacecraft and stuff like that for either reverse engineering or research. He himself is a former intelligence or Air Force official. Is he intelligence or Air Force? We haven't done a good
both.
UFO
Air Force
story like this in a while.
I love me some UFOs.
He was
was
an
gonna ask, what do
intelligence
you-
officer in the Air Force.
Yes. According to the whistleblower, the Pentagon program collects and quarantines information on UFOs, also commonly known today as UAPs,
Oh,
or
yeah.
unidentified anomalous phenomena, sightings and encounters. The program allegedly includes information from different types of intelligence, including high-quality image intelligence and measure and signal intelligence.
Nice.
Sure. Yeah.
Which one does
Measure
the
and
gnomes?
signal intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be
Which one
measure,
does
right?
the
'Cause
gnome,
there's shorts.
Yeah. The intelligence department is the guys that know the most about the different types of logs, obviously.
Right. Right.
Yeah, those are the most
Yeah. Measures the
autistic.
gnomes. Yeah.
Autistic. They'll touch the tisms.
Uh,
No big deal. No big deal.
What?
Oh, what? Boo too soon?
yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't hear what you
No,
said.
no.
I didn't hear what you said. You moved too far from your microphone.
Oh, I said autism.
Oh, probably.
Who is the whistleblower? did not reveal the whistle. What?
Oh, no.
Who is the whistleblower? Schellenberger did not reveal the whistleblower's precise role
Sorry.
or whether they were employed as a Defense Department employee or a contractor. He did tell News Nation that he met with the whistleblower and verified their credentials and also independently confirmed the existence of the program with unrelated sources.
All right.
How was the program discovered? I like that this is written like a textbook or like a children's
Yeah.
children's book
Yeah,
where it gives
it's
us like
written
a
for
great big
people
question.
with podcaster
Yeah.
intelligence.
Right.
Like, how
Right.
would they know
Well,
where that plant
yeah.
came from? Was the sun? The
Right.
sun grew it?
It
Or
reminds
was
me
it
of
the
like
water?
last
Right.
week I did that table read with a bunch of like actors,
Mhm.
which I guess like I technically am. And I was in this room and you were unallowed to move chairs in the room because they're delicate. But they couldn't just say, "Don't move these
Okay.
chairs; they'll break." They put like a picture of a broken chair on the side because they're like,
Yes.
"These motherfuckers are too dumb to know that what a broken chair is. They can't read all
Nice.
the words."
Fucking
Nice.
just like Willy
Yeah.
Wonka. Oh, full circle.
Man,
Willy Wonka would be like, even I knew not to
Right.
break these fucking chairs, guys. Like,
That's right. Oh. How was the program discovered? According to Schellenberger, the whistleblower discovered the program by accident after stumbling upon a database containing UFO information. So are we to believe like the government just has
yeah. How do you
what on
accidentally? This is
their
real top
Google
secret.
Drive?
he's like,
Right.
oops, just fell through the pages.
Right. What kind of UAP incidents were described in the report? In one encounter reportedly detailed by the whistleblower, a group of orbs
So
surrounded an
sorry.
F-22.
Ooh, that wasn't your sneeze. That was like the orbs. We've seen a lot of orb
The
video.
orbs, yeah.
Orb video has been popular.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there's different UFO shapes, right? There's like the classic flying saucer.
No, I know all these actually.
Okay, great. Well, glowing orbs.
Sweet. Yeah. A group of orbs surrounded an F-22 and forced it out of its designated patrol area. In another incident, the crew on an aircraft carrier reported seeing an orange-red sphere descend from a high altitude and described feeling uneasy and as if they had snapped out of a trance
That's me
following the
jumping off the
encounter.
bridge.
Yeah, which is if you believe the you can't jump off a bridge after doing our podcast.
Yeah.
Because you
No,
got to
no.
share it on Instagram. So you can't do it
Right.
yeah. So that would affect us.
Yeah.
Think about
Right.
the people
done
you're leaving behind
Yeah.
and their podcasts.
I have been doing this for a year and I have managed to find a way to live with it. You can find a way after one episode.
Oh, jeez Louise, everybody.
But
Trying to rain on my parade over here. God, pack it up, boys. Let's go home.
Yeah. I like the aircraft carrier saw an orange-red sphere descend from a high altitude.
Oh, and
Do you
Oompa
think
Loompa
Do
ended
you think
it.
it's the sun?
I
Do you
think they
it was
know what the
sunset?
sun is. I think if you work on an aircraft carrier, you know what the sun is. They felt that sense of unease. I think that this was interdimensional because I think a lot of UFOs it's
Mhm.
interdimensional spillover. So it could be so people perceive it as either that or a religious phenomena or a paranormal phenomena,
Sure.
which would include a feeling of dread. It's the same reason why people get that with cryptids as well.
Wait, you know, like when the
Yeah.
moon turns like orange sometimes?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, I
yeah.
just think that people
It's
who
all
work on an
connected.
aircraft carrier around aircraft probably know
yeah.
what that is.
I don't
They-
know, but it's not every day.
They're
There
not
could be one
asking
guy that
like
has
me.
no idea.
If you show me something weird in the sky and I'm like, I think that's a UFO. Yeah, take that with a grain of salt
Mm.
because I don't know shit. But like,
Right. Right. And then he'll throw poo at it.
well, yeah, exactly. I'll throw
Yeah, I
throw
don't-
rocks at it because the heavens
Uh-huh.
are for the gods, obviously.
It's gonna be hard to find the rocks when there's
Till
fucking
it
gnome
goes
moving them
away.
around.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's
Well, I'll
true.
just throw the gnome.
Yeah.
Well, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Maybe that's what the military's doing with the gnomes. Maybe it has something to do with like investigating UFOs
It's
because they
true.
are little,
Send them in first.
right? They're
Yeah,
quick.
They can make a human pyramid all the
Yeah.
way up
they
to
can
space.
pilot the
Yeah,
UFOs.
right. Yeah. Oh
Gnome
shit!
with a gun.
It's all connecting now. Gnome with a gun.
A
That'd be a great name for a Netflix movie.
It would be.
Fast
Yeah,
and the Furious, but with
Uh,
gnomes.
that'd be a great name for a Tubi movie. A Roku channel
Yes,
movie.
absolutely.
Anything could be a great name for a
Right.
Tubi movie.
It's true.
All right. Has the Pentagon responded to the allegations?
We went to voicemail.
Department of do what?
They went straight to voicemail.
That's right. It says red, and that was it.
I'm like, your voice
Department
message box
Department
is
of
full.
this person has not set up their mailbox. Department of Defense spokesperson Sue Go denied records of the alleged program in a statement to News Nation Tuesday evening. Quote, the Department of Defense.
End quote.
Yeah, right. The Department of Defense has no record, present or historical, of any type of SAP called Immaculate Conception, she wrote.
No, Immaculate Constellation.
What did I say?
Immaculate Conception. That's when you get cucked by God.
My fucking Catholic upbringing, they just like drilled that. I see immaculate and I just think like
Jesus.
Yeah. Immaculate Constellation. Thank you. Yeah.
Immaculate Constellation.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part about the Bible is as well is like because in order for the Immaculate Conception to work, Jesus and Mary did a ton of anal throughout.
You mean Joseph?
Joseph. Yeah, that's what I said. Joseph and Mary.
You said Jesus and Mary.
Oh no, they didn't do that.
That's true.
That's an entirely
it was a different time.
Entirely different.
It was a different time, but a time that I don't have time for. I like the voicemail thing still. You have reached the voicemail box of Kamala Harris. Please leave your message.
I love when you get the emails and texts from the Democratic Party that are like, "My family's being held hostage."
Right.
It's Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. I must get 7 or 8 a day, honestly. Like text messages. Jason, people are going to ask what you did to like, oh fucking God. I gave him $10. Like, be happy. I had $10.
Exactly.
Right. That goes, I need that money for my piss jugs.
They don't come cheap.
Things, they are not cheap.
No. Especially if you want biodegradable plastic, which you should.
Which you have to.
Piss jug owner.
Obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Has the Pentagon acknowledged any UAP programs? The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARO.
Yeah, which we've talked about. Yeah, that's like their official office for handling these things.
Right. Is a publicly known Pentagon program that collects and investigates reports of UAPs. In a report, ARO denied any evidence that UAPs are alien in nature. The report did acknowledge the existence of the Kona Blue program, which was intended to reverse engineer any UAP technology.
That was also what I called my plan to get away with drinking at work when we worked at that call center.
Kona Blue? Yeah.
I want to work at a call center.
You do not want to work at a call center.
You don't. No.
I would just pretend every time the phone would ring, I'd be like, it's for me.
Right, but then imagine doing that 20 times an hour, 8 hours a day, every day, and it's like the same 3 calls.
And it's the same bullshit, and people are always mad.
And then they ask Jason to speak to his manager, but his manager is me.
Right.
Anyone have any Adderall? I could probably go through that real fast.
And then they ban flavored Juul pods when you work there, and you can't handle it anymore.
Oh man, I used to love Juuling. Holy shit!
Bullshit.
No, for real.
Legalize it anymore. God.
Yeah.
When they banned that, that's like I understood how boomers felt about like indoor smoking bans. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, I never even thought about that. Fucking, I'm totally straight edge. Like I don't even know nicotine or anything.
Yeah, you won't even take a Zyn.
Yeah, I loved my Juul. Like the hardest thing to get off of was nicotine. That's the only drug that I crave. I've done every drug. Nicotine, to this day, the only drug I still am like, like. I can be around people like shooting up heroin, but if I'm around someone smoking a cigarette, I'm a little like I want it.
No, I get it. Yeah.
I've had trouble giving up on smoking opium.
Oh, yeah. Is that because your dad's a little blue cat that sits in a tree?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yep.
I know I have the look.
Yeah.
We are getting the Alice in
You
Wonderland.
just have that. You have that grin, and then you'll just vanish, except for the grin, and then you'll come back. And
As a
it
little
was a
Jewish
little
boy.
disconcerting at first, but now,
It gets old.
You get used to it, you
Yeah.
know?
right?
Oh, you get used to it. Okay.
Almost done here. What's next for UAP disclosure? A bipartisan group of lawmakers has already pushed for more disclosures around UAPs. While nothing specific has been announced in relation to this report, Senator Kristen Gillibrand, Democrat of New York,
from New York.
has
Yeah.
announced plans
From New York.
for a UAP hearing. Yeah. For a UAP hearing held by the Senate Armed Services Committee following the election, and Rep. Nancy Mace, Republican, South Carolina, announced plans for a UAP hearing in the House set for November 13th.
But there have been hearings.
So
I'm
they're
saying, like,
still,
if it's
hanging
just going to
around.
be like
Yeah.
this thing exists and we found it versus no, it doesn't, then the hearings are pointless.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we talk about
Yeah.
fucking hearings all the time, and like shit comes out at hearings, and then the response is just no, and everyone's like, okay, military says no.
Sorry, I was just taking a video
Yeah.
of us on here.
I don't know.
Oh, I have video.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could send you that.
But it
Damn.
starts off with that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. No.
No one can even hear anything. Fucking.
But yeah, no, I'm
No,
not
but we all
necessarily
look pretty
confident
good,
in the
so.
hearings.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't. Taylor, so are you like a UFOs or aliens person, or what?
I go through phases.
What are your thoughts around it? Yeah.
I think aliens are fucking real for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
For
Mhm.
sure. The government's a little
Mhm.
fucking sneaky little gatekeeping bitch. And it's
Sure.
like, well, no, we don't have any fucking aliens here. Well,
We definitely have a dead alien. We've got to have one dead alien.
No, they're here. Like, they're just straight chilling. Like, we talk to those bitches. Like they are sentient beings. Like, okay?
Sure.
Like, there's no way, like, first of all, an alien comes out of the sky and no, these beings are to be so advanced that they like have not powers, but like ways to like teleport to there.
Or project. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're not gonna have a fucking spaceship come out of the sky because that's our world. Like that's what we, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be so much.
Okay.
Well, the
different than us.
interdimensional thing is
Yeah.
because like traveling through space is a matter of distance.
Well, the whole thing is aliens decided they'd be like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we mixed one of our alien types with an animal? And that's what we are. We're half alien and half animal, and that's what a human is.
I don't know about that.
I think
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Yeah,
be.
because the Indians, they literally know all of it. They have all these hieroglyphics and everything, and all over the world they tell the same story. They tell the same story of either like a dragon or a woman or a person coming down and teaching them all of this technology and then leaving at all the tribes all around the world. Who is that? It's the alien. Like we are literally an experiment for them. Like these sentient beings were like, oh, they're animals, you know, because animals like all they want to do is breed and fuck. Like that's
Which, to be fair,
yeah, but aliens are
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's literally just they're like, let's mix us with our intelligence and all our sentientness with an animal.
Sure.
Put it together. That's a human. Now let's see how they fucking act.
and
now
then
here we
turns
are.
out we made podcasts.
Yeah, and then
Right. So they must be proud.
Yeah,
right?
no, for real, that worth it 100%. Do you think they listen to our podcast to see how far along we've come? What do you think their podcasts are like?
Boy, that's a great question. I would imagine pretty dry, right?
They have to have some good
don't
good
speak.
comedy.
they don't speak. They don't communicate like animals. And every communication is about to fuck.
Mhm.
Everything is about mating and like reproducing. Everything. They have that completely taken out of their lives. They don't need to talk to each other. They don't need to like eat with each other. Like they are literally like just like these beings full of consciousness and intelligence. Like, yeah, get deep in that like Netflix. I know a little bit about this rodeo. Okay, I've been on this bull before. Not my first time.
So So, just so I'm understanding, we're, as humans, an amalgamation of incel aliens and animals from Earth.
They're not they're Volcel
And
aliens. Volcel aliens. Voluntarily celibate.
are you sure?
Yeah, because they don't need
I don't know.
they come in tubes
They
now.
don't reproduce. Well, they don't
But
reproduce. That's the thing.
right.
They're all
Yeah, they live
beings.
forever.
Yeah, they're
Well-
not. Yeah, they have all the technology.
When it-
There's no
when it
beginning or end with like their kind of stuff. Like they don't have the same
sure.
values as us. Like we're living so we can live an amount of time and get all the things done we want in our lives. Have careers. That's not something
Mhm.
for them.
Sure.
Like at all. Like they're all one consciousness. That's kind of like the main thing. That's like the main thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's one big
Huh.
consciousness. They're not all the same person, but they don't talk. They like
They just know.
they just know,
Right.
and they go. They just it's like a
Mhm.
I don't know, like a machine, but like not even close to that. Like, but we have all these fucking instincts from being an animal,
Sure.
instinctual things. Like that our instincts make us do
Mhm.
stuff that are not about logic and not about like science. Like they push us to do stuff with these hormones and all that kind of stuff. Like, so it's kind of just, yeah. I mean, that's why I fucking can't go over to a turtle and be like, "What's up, brother?" And he's not like, well, if you get a "What's up" back,
mean,
then
you can't,
call me. You know what I mean? That's why you can't like
Yeah.
have an intelligent conversation with any other kind of species at all. Like, sure, we're close to monkeys, and sure, they can get our signals.
Orangutans are very intelligent.
Sure.
Coco the gorilla was bullshit.
Sure,
but
they're intelligent. Sure, but they don't have this level of. If they did, they would literally be at war with us.
that's true.
Yeah, like there's no like there's no
Mhm.
other animal fighting for this like at all.
Except for the gnomes.
Yeah, that's true.
The
Yeah.
We gotta
gnomes
watch
took
out for
over
the
that
gnomes.
military
Uh-huh.
base.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch out for
No,
those
I
little
don't
fuckers.
think any alien life, whatever it is, would want to wipe us out for the simple reason that
They created us.
Well, even if they did or didn't, like they wouldn't want to wipe us out because if they wanted to, they could have by now.
Yeah, they could do anything. They come down and they teach us, they give us, how do you think all these crazy new technologies come to be? Like, how do you think, like they taught someone how to make fire? If all these hieroglyphics all around the world that tell the same story of like, oh, the water came when this one entity or something, it's like a dragon or something, came down and showed them how to, make fire, and that was a big thing. And it's it's everywhere, like
Mhm.
all over the world. Somehow they have the same thing. Weird. It's all telling a very similar story. It's them being like, all right, we need to move these motherfuckers along. Like, let's teach them fire. Like,
Yeah, you got to do that first. Otherwise, how are they going to read the hieroglyphics?
no, but
That's
like,
right.
the hieroglyphics
Yeah, you won't know.
are like, well, you know what I mean. Like,
No, I know what you're
talking.
talking. I know what you're talking about. I think
Yeah,
there is a compel there. I think that like the show Ancient Aliens is dumb.
That's not where I got it from.
Right. No, but what I'm saying, and a lot of those documentaries are dumb and whatever, and a lot of those, but I do think in the broader sense, there is like something compelling about the idea that a lot of like religious imagery is inspired.
I'm not talking about religion at all.
No, I know, but like, well, creation myths as well and stuff like that. And
I'm not talking about creation myths at all. I'm talking about things that are carved and engraved in stone all over the world with a similar pattern.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about that. I guess.
Well.
I can look. Yeah.
Mhm.
But like, no, it is interesting.
I know so much.
No, it is
Mhm.
interesting. Like, are there like specific examples?
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah. So there are different. The Native Americans, like Americans, they like that's one thing. Like if you talk to the Native Americans about it, like they will tell you like all these like gods that they refer to, they're not referring to gods, they're referring to like these beings.
Okay.
Like they pray to the fire god. Broad example, I don't know what he's called, because
depending on the tribe.
No, it's all the same. Like
because a lot of the different Native American tribes have like vastly different religious beliefs just based on
this
like
is not religion at all. It's not religion at all. Like they may have different beliefs in how to do things and how to like go about things, but at the end of it's just like our religions that we have. We all believe that one, like Christians and Jews all believe that someone created all of us and we have to, be respectful, to the God. Like that's a religion. Like we're acting that way, but it's not because like it's all based around that like one thing.
Yeah, no, I know, sure.
But like these carvings, like I mean, like it's been passed down from generations, and stuff that wasn't even passed down for generations that they've found, like archaeologists, they're like, oh, here's another one. It all tells the same of these gods coming to give them the gift of fire, which are really these sentient beings coming to show them how to, make fucking fire. But they're praying to these gods. They're praying to them because they don't know that they're just leaving and not coming back. They're like, oh, sick! This guy gave us this thing. The guy was fucking awesome. Let's make sure we carve him into some shit so we don't forget this dude. Like, and then as the story gets passed down, further and further, it becomes, if it's like a dragon he left through the water, like.
No, sure. Yeah. I think I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's really, really true and really cool, and I read a lot of shit about that.
All right. Well,
I picked up a book. Okay, I picked up a book.
We gotta.
Okay.
I gotta look more into it. I think because it does sound interesting, and it could be cool to talk about in the future.
I had no idea I knew that much. To be totally honest, that was that was a vault that I just file that back in there.
That's all good. Do we have more to the UAP retrieval story? Or
Nope.
All right, cool.
That is it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to Underworld News Tonight. You can follow us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Underworld News Tonight.
You can also follow me home.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask, where can people follow you? You can follow. They can follow you home. I will edit out the part where we basically mentioned your address. But
yeah, no, it's really cool. I'll put up smoke signals in my zip code.
Yeah, but no, where can people follow you?
Everyone can follow me on Instagram and all your social media platforms at Taylor Drew, the number 4, the letter U.
Yeah,
Taylor
follow
Drew,
her on TikTok. And Instagram.
You don't follow me.
Don't follow you on TikTok?
My TikTok is like a dumpster fire diary of me just being like, today I did this, or like my bike got stolen.
I feel like compelled to post like takes to a lot of these apps, and I'll post the same one to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
I just dump. I don't even know. I'm just like, hi, and like I don't know.
And like I posted one to TikTok and YouTube the other day of me saying like I don't understand how people like have trouble falling asleep on airplanes, because I don't. I'm like out the moment I'm in my seat.
Me too. It's because of the Xanax though.
Yeah, well that'll do it. But somebody just commented, I don't understand your haircut, and that did hit.
Ouch, man. The world's so shitty.
I know, that's cruel.
Suicide pact?
So cruel.
Yeah, let's both jump off the bridge together. But before I do, you guys could follow me, Andrew Michaels Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Guys, I have a show. One of them is going to be already over by the time this comes out. But I also am doing a set at the Laughing Buddha Showcase on Wednesday night at Eastville Comedy Club in Brooklyn. You can find the tickets to that in the link in my Instagram bio, Andrew Michaels Comedy.
Wait, when is this coming out?
This is coming out on Sunday.
Oh, well, I got some shows.
Yeah, Taylor has some shows as well.
Let's hear it.
I got some shows. I got some shows coming up in November, but the soonest show is I will be at the Aftermath in Ridgewood at 8 p.m. Tickets are $5. You can get them on Eventbrite. It's going to be a lot of funny comics there.
When is that?
It's the 23rd of October.
October 23rd. All right. We'll go to the Aftermath, go to the Laughing Buddha Comedy Showcase that I'm going to be at. Jason, you have social media accounts.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and TikTok, Jason V. Strong. I have no shows.
Yeah, Jason has no shows for now.
Also, every single Friday at 5 p.m. or every single Friday at 6 p.m., come watch me host the Taylor Drew Review open mic. It's at the Secret Port every single Friday at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I still need to go to that.
It's
sweet.
I feel
it's getting packed now. I'm going to have to start capping it at like a certain number.
All right. Well, I will go to that very soon. I don't know when. But in the meantime, you guys can expect more podcasts here. Thank you guys so much for listening. I don't have an outro, so I guess thanks Taylor. Bye.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye.